Keir Starmer, a name synonymous with justice, fairness, and now Prime Minister. But his journey to 10 Downing Street wasn't paved with privilege. Born in London, Starmer's path first led him to the legal profession. A human rights lawyer, he dedicated years to fighting for the underdog. This wasn't some posh kid playing lawyer, this was about real people, real struggles, and a burning desire to make things right. Starmer didn't just talk the talk, he walked it. He rose through the ranks, eventually becoming the Director of Public Prosecutions. Think of it as the UK's top prosecutor. He was the guy who put away bad guys, ensuring justice was served. This wasn't some ivory tower gig. Starmer was in the trenches fighting for everyday people. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. Starmer heard the call of public service, the siren song of politics. He entered Parliament in 2015. The lawyer who spent years upholding the law was now tasked with shaping it. It was a new arena, a different kind of fight. Little did he know this was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. By 2024, Britain was a nation nursing a collective hangover. Brexit, the political earthquake that had shaken the country to its core, had left its mark. The economy was sluggish, people were feeling the pinch. The political landscape was fractured, a mosaic of anger, confusion, and disillusionment. The Conservatives, once the party of stability, were a shadow of their former selves. Scandals and infighting had eroded public trust. They were seen as out of touch, more concerned with themselves than the people they were elected to serve. The Labour Party, traditionally the voice of the working class, was still licking its wounds from past defeats. They needed a leader, a unifier, someone who could capture the public imagination and offer a clear alternative. Into this maelstrom stepped Keir Starmer. He knew the challenges were immense. The country was crying out for leadership, for someone to bridge the divides and offer a path forward. He had a plan, a vision for a fairer, more prosperous Britain. Starmer knew he couldn't win by simply opposing the Conservatives. He needed to offer a positive vision for the future. His strategy was two-pronged: expose the failings of the government while presenting Labour as the party of competence and compassion. No more mudslinging, no more empty promises. Starmer focused on the issues that mattered to ordinary people: the economy, healthcare, jobs. He spoke plainly, directly, connecting with voters on a human level. He reminded them of Labour's core values: fairness, equality, opportunity for all. Starmer's background as a lawyer proved invaluable. He was a skilled debater, dismantling his opponent's arguments with logic and reason. He hammered home the message that Britain deserved better. Better leadership, better policies, a better future. Slowly but surely the tide began to turn. People were drawn to Starmer's quiet confidence, his clear vision, and his unwavering commitment to building a fairer Britain. He offered hope, not hype. Section 4. The Turning Point. When public sentiment shifted. The turning point came during a televised debate. The Conservative leader, rattled by Starmer's calm demeanor and incisive questioning, stumbled. He resorted to personal attacks, which backfired spectacularly. The public saw it for what it was: desperation. Starmer, in contrast, remained unflappable. He calmly dismantled his opponent's arguments, exposing his lack of substance and empathy. It was a masterclass in political maneuvering. From that moment on, the momentum shifted. People saw Starmer's leadership qualities on full display: his intelligence, his composure, his compassion. Social media was abuzz with praise for Starmer. He was hailed as a breath of fresh air, a leader who could restore dignity and decency to British politics. The polls reflected this shift in public sentiment. Labour surged ahead, buoyed by Starmer's growing popularity. Section 5. Election night drama. A nation holds its breath. Election night was a nail-biter. Exit polls showed Labour with a narrow lead, but nothing was certain. The nation held its breath as the results trickled in. Constituency after constituency fell to Labour. The Conservatives, once a seemingly invincible force, were being swept aside. The mood at Labour headquarters was electric. Years of hard work, of fighting for every vote, had led to this moment. As the final results came in, confirming a Labour victory, the room erupted in cheers. Keir Starmer, his face beaming with a mixture of relief and exhilaration, addressed the jubilant crowd. His message was one of unity and hope. Section 6. A New Dawn. Starmer takes charge. The following day, Keir Starmer walked through the famous Black Door of 10 Downing Street, No longer just Keir Starmer, but the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The weight of expectation rested on his shoulders. The nation, battered and bruised from years of political turmoil, looked to him for leadership, for hope. Starmer didn't shy away from the challenges ahead. He immediately set about forming a cabinet that reflected the diversity of the nation he now led. Experienced hands worked alongside fresh faces, all united by a shared commitment to Starmer's vision of a fairer, more prosperous Britain. He knew that actions spoke louder than words. Section 7. The legacy begins. The UK under Starmer's leadership. It's still early days, but there's a sense of cautious optimism in the air. The economy is showing signs of recovery, public services are being rebuilt, and perhaps most importantly, there's a feeling that Britain is finally turning a corner after years of division and uncertainty. Starmer's journey from human rights lawyer to Prime Minister is a testament to the power of hard work, dedication, and an unwavering belief in public service. He embodies the very best of British values: fairness, compassion, and a commitment to justice. His leadership is a beacon of hope, not just for Britain, but for democracies around the world. In a time when trust in politicians is at an all-time low, Starmer stands out as a leader who inspires, who unites, and who delivers. Only time will tell what the future holds for Keir Starmer and the United Kingdom.